Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Kingdom Women Talk. Today we're going to be talking about purpose in isolation. Don't nobody like to be isolated, but there's purpose in it.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
But you don't never find out that there's purpose in isolation until you become a mature saint.
True.
When you a baby in Christ, you just be like, Lord, why you got to do me like this? Why they treat me like this? You be all in your feelings. It be all over the place. You be like, they don't want to be bothered with me. We was just cool. Then it's just be a lot going on. Them emotions be everywhere.
That is very true. Yeah.
The crazy thing about it is we be thinking it's all about us. Like, they don't want to be a part of my life no more. Oh, my goodness, they don't call me like they used to. Right? We don't even have a clue. And the Lord probably be looking like, really?
Yeah.
Because there's purpose in isolation. So let's talk about it. Purpose in isolation, what have you found? We've all had an isolation season.
Oh, Lord, yes. And they're not the easiest, They're not the easiest, but honestly, they are the best times with the Lord. Yeah. Like, you come out so much better.
Yeah.
And ready. And y'all, I mean, it's not like a one-hitter quitter. Like, it happens, throughout.
Continuously, yes. You're right. So don't think you made it through and that's it, right?
Yeah.
No, it does happen. It does happen. And it can happen in levels. Like that isolation can be intense, but then sometimes it can be for a short period of time, not as long. It just all depends. God does it how he wants to do it.
Yeah. He is sovereign.
You been in an isolation period?
Yes, off and on, like you said. And I think first you got to even recognize that you're in an isolation period, because even in isolation, you can allow yourself to get distracted. You can find something to do, something other than, what the calling is for you to sit quietly. I have you here for a purpose. I mean, I'm learning that, still learning that being here by myself doesn't mean God has forgotten me, but it could be he's trying to get my attention. And I can't get it if you're over here busy in this.
Yes.
But I can over here.
Yes.
Even in isolation, when things come about, you like, well, Lord, why? Or what did I do? Like you said earlier, we make it about us. Me. Why is God treating me like this?
Yes.
Versus what I'm learning is, Lord, what are you trying to say to me?
Yeah.
What are you trying to get me to see or learn or let go of? What am I holding on to that now I'm in isolation? Because, what am I carrying? Because if you go into a hospital facility with any kind of infectious disease, where are you put? In isolation. So sometimes it's not always a bad thing. It's God is trying to get our attention to deliver us from something.
I think that's the piece. It's not a bad thing. There's purpose in isolation. And you're right. Sometimes we go down in isolation, still trying to hold on to the things that the Lord is saying. That's the reason why you need to go to isolation.
Yeah.
So I put you there in the first place.
And we're still trying to hold on to those people, places, and things, which is why God said you need to be in isolation. But we want to still grab those things and even bring them into isolation with us, right? That means we have missed the whole mark. And we've all been there, because you're right. You don't know you're in isolation. It is a mature, I wouldn't say a term, but it takes maturity to be able to understand where you are and if God is calling you into isolation. I mean, the first thing gonna be, you start seeing things just move, people falling back, things breaking off. It could be money. You feel like it's just running through your hands. Things will happen subtly that will make that where God is trying to get your attention before it goes directly into an isolation moment. Or it could happen where the Lord is just going to speak to you and tell you, for this period to this period, this is what I need from you, right? Because I need to show you some things. I need to do some things with you. So it can happen one or two ways. But the key thing is once you grab hold of that and understand it, get to work.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be like the children of Israel and wandering in isolation
Yes.
for 40 years.
Yeah.
Why? Because they were disobedient.
Yep. Get the lesson while you're there.
Get it and get out of there. Like Jesus. Jesus was tempted into, right? He was into the wilderness. But what did he do? He handled it.
Yep.
The Bible said, it is written, it is written, it is written, and bloop, he was out of there. That's how we got to be. But we be hemming and hawing, we be fighting and kicking and screaming and some more stuff. And what should have been a 7-day stay, now we look up and it's 2 months in. Why? Because there's purpose in it. And God has to get from us what he desires to get from us.
Or he'll put you in there, take you out, allow you to go back to something that, whatever that something is for you to see how well you had it in isolation, or what you were missing, or what you thought you were missing, or what you thought you were missing out on. All these, but I'm so lonely, or I'm this, or I'm that. So see here or see here. Where do you, what? Isolation don't look so bad. I was growing in isolation. Come back here, I'm stagnant. I'm talking about me. I'm stagnant.
I was
But to
wondering
come on
why
in
she
here,
was talking in the first person.
come here in isolation, and it's like, wow. And isolation doesn't mean a lot of times taking you out, away from, or
Right.
whatever. It could just be an isolation of your mind and your thoughts
Yes.
and your feelings, like, why am I feeling like I don't want to be over here? Why am I feeling like, that's not sitting well with me anymore? I don't, That, for me, I feel like sometimes that's isolation, when he's helping you see that where you think you was happy or you were growing or you whatever, the Lord is helping you see that you're not. You
Right.
get in those positions and you just stay there. You get comfortable there.
Right.
And I want to take you out of that.
Right. That's so true. Two things that came to mind when you were speaking. One is that I have found that the Lord will, you're right, you will go into isolation and he will let you're done. Like the work is finished. And then you go back to your normal life. But then things that normal life, inclusive of things where God has brought you out of during your isolation period, just to see the same thing that was an idol to you before,
Is it still?
is it still?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the test and the proving comes from. And from that moment, it becomes, if yes, it is, you going right back.
in. Yes, ma'am.
And if it's no, it's not, congratulations, you passed the test. Advance. You can advance to go, right? So you're right, Sheila. It can become wherein you go into isolation. You do a work with the Lord. You let him, work on you, minister to you, show you some things, and be free from some things. And then you go back into it. And what do you say? Finish with that. And you pick up right back, because that's where you're comfortable, when really oftentimes we're going into isolation because there are things that we have made greater in our life than God.
Mhm.
And he's not there. He's not going to have any idol come before him.
That's right.
And so therefore, the things that he generally shows us in isolation are the things that are taking the majority of our time. He'll show us exactly how we're spending our days. And even sometimes he'll tell you, while we're doing that, you could have been reading. You said you couldn't pray, but you was up last night doing this, and that, right? It's the subtle things that is taking our time. It don't have to be a big thing. I think sometimes we think that too. It's a
Yeah.
big thing. Like, it got to be a big sin moment. No, it's a subtle. It's the small
Yeah.
foxes,
Yeah.
right? It's the small fox that's killing the vine. It's the subtle things. Think about it. I have a app. I have a thing on the thing on my iPhone that tells me my screen time, right? And it sends it to me every week. I am appalled. I am appalled at how much screen time. Now, I take it with a grain of salt because I do a lot of ministry stuff on my phone as well, right? But I'm still appalled when I still see it because I know it's not 100% ministry. And this is just not talking on the phone. This is just saying how much time I'm on my phone, on my apps, doing random stuff. So that's a small fox.
Yep.
If I can have that much screen time, I don't have an excuse about coming to prayer. I don't have an excuse about reading my word.
Right.
No excuse. And that's the purpose of isolation, is to be, God will isolate and send us into a wilderness-like experience so that way he can show us these types of things. Like, how are you going to react if you don't have your phone? How are you going to
Yeah.
react if you don't watch your weekly shows? How are you going to react if you don't have those everyday conversations? Like, how are we going to respond to that? I'm just like, huge eye-opener.
Yeah.
Huge eye-opener.
And it will cause you to bring your attention in to discipline.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't like that word.
But it's necessary.
It is necessary. If we want to be discipled properly, it comes with discipline. And who else to discipline us than the Father?
That's right.
Right? He is generous and merciful, and he is long-suffering with us.
Yep.
So he's not quick. He's slow to anger. So that's why, hey, when he raises his voice or comes a little harsh, we just got to take it on the chin because he is long-suffering. When you think about it, you be like, it just didn't start yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, this
That's
has been going on for a while.
Yeah.
And we've been feeling it in our spirit. Like, we've been feeling a press or a yearn in our spirit. And we still going about our business. Going about our business. So what purpose? So aside from being free, breaking freedom, is there any other purpose in isolation?
Absolutely, there is. Going back to the maturity piece, when you know that God has called you to do a specific thing or a certain thing, isolation is necessary for you to grow in that area,
Yeah.
for him to teach you some things
Yeah.
in that specific area. So you know what it is that you're doing, who it is you're even supposed to connect to in the
Yeah.
earth that can help you, help
Absolutely.
mentor you in that area, because you do need that. Once the Lord has shared with you what it
Yeah.
is that you're supposed to be
Absolutely.
doing and walking out in the earth.
Absolutely. There is purpose in that and being able to accomplish those things. I think for me, I've also found that isolation also gave me great clarity. It sharpened. It sharpens your spiritual eye. It sharpens your ears, and being able to hear God with great clarity. You didn't have to wonder. It wasn't a, I think, God, you're trying to tell me this. It wasn't any of that. Like, it was like, boom, you were on it. You knew that. And also, I think it gives us an opportunity to be able to clean out some of the muck that we absorb, for lack of a better term. We absorb through TV and radio and, and phone and just engaging with people. Sometimes you have to reset all of that in isolation. So I'm saying that to say, put your own self in isolation sometimes.
Yeah.
It don't always have to be where the Lord is calling you. It's if I'm chasing after something, if there's something that I desire from God, I may have to say, you know what, I'm shutting it all down because God, I need to hear from you. God, I need for you to speak in my situation. I want to understand this. Or sometimes it could be where, Lord, things seem fuzzy and I want to hear you with great clarity. So I'm shutting it down. So sometimes we can't wait for God. It can be perceived as going to the principal's office when he puts us in isolation, right? But we got to be spiritually mature enough to know if I need something from him.
Yeah.
Put your own self in isolation
That's
and
right.
tell, look, y'all, for 7 days, I'm not responding,
Yeah.
right? I'm not responding. Put yourself in isolation in your home. Look, I'm going in prayer. Don't knock on the door. Don't look for me, right? You have to be able to set the stage for what that looks like so you can get what you need from God.
Yeah, I was just going to say that sometimes you do have to pull yourself away. I mean, we make time for everything else. We make other things, well, I got to do this first, or I got to do this first. Well, how do you do that? Well, that means I have to get up an extra hour early. But when it comes to the things of God, I got to get up. Oh, I'll just pray at night because night's easier. But God even handles that. At least he does for me. 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, boop. I don't care what time you went to sleep. You up now. What's your excuse? Everything's quiet. What's, you say you can't hear from me. Why you can't hear now? It's not the ringing in your ears. Don't try it.
Yeah.
The scripture that seek me while I can be found. Seek me. Seek me. Read your devotionals. Read you on Facebook, clicking this, clicking that, all them prayers just running across. Read them prayers.
Yes, absolutely.
Read, because I'm finding the more that when on Facebook, the only thing I'm looking at are prayers. That's my algorithm. It's like the Lord said, okay, and I'm not getting junk. I'm not getting the gossip. I'm getting spiritual, godly things, So it's like, and the God, oh, God is so great because you get that little prick when I know I could be doing something else besides scrolling.
Yeah.
I don't have 10 minutes to give the Lord. I don't. You even start convicting yourself.
You do.
That's
You
true.
do.
It's true.
You be like, I ain't prayed today.
No.
Yeah.
I jumped out of bed and made sure I got to work and clocked in on time. Well, why I couldn't get up on time to give God my first fruits? So I convict my own self. Forgive me, Lord, I'm going to do better. So the next day I make sure I get up and I give God the first fruits.
Right.
For me, I know I need to be consistent with that. I need to be consistent in other things, but I'm aware
Yeah.
and I feel the conviction.
That's good though, Sheila, that you feel the conviction.
Yeah.
Because that lets us know we're still plugged in. Right? I'm still
That's
plugged
true.
in. When I no longer feel the conviction, Houston, we have a problem. We have a
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
When you're no longer feeling the conviction, then we have a problem. As long as we feel the conviction, whether it's brought to our attention or on our own, then that lets us know we're still tapped in. We're still plugged into God.
Yeah.
We still have a desire to please Him. We want to still be in relationship. When that stops, we got to check and see if we're still on the team. Right?
Yeah.
We need to make sure that we're still on the team. That's really good. There is so much purpose in isolation. We cannot lose sight of that. We just encourage you today, if you're seeking God for anything, go ahead and put yourself in isolation. Don't wait for the Father to call you into it. That is just being spiritually mature enough to set some time apart to say, during this time frame, I'm going to be intentional about seeking the Father. I'm going to be intentional about praying His Word, reading His Word, whatever that looks like for you. And I'm going to do it without distractions, interruptions, and I'm going to do it for the allotted amount of time, right? You're going to find that it's going to propel your spiritual growth, and it's also going to help you hear God with clarity. Until next time, y'all be blessed.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.